Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing today? I hope y'all have a blessed day. Whether you in the clouds, you catch the replay, or you on down here talking to us, I hope you're having a good morning this morning. Sitting there drinking my coffee. Make sure you take your morning meds this morning. We got a lot to go over that's happening in the beef sector today. Then I also have some cases pulled up for us to go through this morning. You know, I like to mix a little mess with the message. So good morning, James. How you doing? Okay, first off, we go back to the top. Lady Lon uppity was going at it. I do know that Reed is back on her business channel. Right now, Miss Demetra lit all day. She is reading. She's reading. Read the Filth right now on her channel. So, yeah, I know she's doing her thing. Thizzle over there. Miss Mitra keep doing it. She said that Reed struck her. I heard that in her bushes. I was trying to get my coffee. I don't know what's going on with that. Reed would have to come back and say her own piece. She said that basically Reed is addicted to YouTube and needs to get recovered. But she said a lot of things. She said she's gonna lose all her teeth for this one, and she gonna need a new teeth fund. She said over there. Then they had the pop-up challenge last night, and it was so cute. I mean, Voodoo was up there. He just danced for fun, right? Voodoo Badu, and Uppity was giving her slow roll and whatnot. And Pastor came up there. Now, none of us expected that one, right? Pastor J. Wilson. We did not expect Pastor J. Wilson this last night to be up there pop, lock, and dropping it. And drop it like it's hot. He was getting it. He was getting it. He liked the upbeat songs, we noticed. That's what he was telling P. And by the last time I checked before I went to sleep through the poll, Pastor won. Because it was like 90%. It was like 90%. 80%, something like that. It was really high up there for the voting and whatnot. But I also heard that Pastor gave others, I think, if I'm not mistaken, cash apps. So like he was sharing, the wealth and what other people like, being supportive of others that were dancing in the challenge. He wanted to support Miss Earntail, and he had fun and whatnot, and everybody had fun, and it was just a good old time. ZX went live yesterday, if y'all don't know, and he said that he's very proud of Demetra Lit all day and how she's grown into an amazing human and how intelligent she is, and he loves her content. She's doing that thing, Thizzle. Good morning, Mama Global. Hey, my beauty. And then Just Blaze and Miss Dovey was fighting, and I couldn't figure out where that even came from, right? Get your coffee. Get your coffee. Hey, conscious energy, peace and blessings. And, Miss Just Blaze said it happened for something else that was going on in the past. And it was from Blessed Watkins days. And there was somebody that Just Blaze was trying to help. And, what I gathered, and it really didn't have, in Just Blaze's opinion, have much to do with Dovey. She was just making an example of something. Now, Miss Dovey and Miss Blaze, y'all can, that's y'all stuff. I would think that y'all could talk this out. I don't think it's that serious yet, unless y'all it's always up and stuck for y'all, right? But she was trying to talk about somebody else was in the background, and they were giving her and telling her, don't mess with Vegas Girl, because Vegas Girl was this and Vegas Girl was that. And Just Blaze likes Vegas Girl, and that's her friend. She likes her. She said she likes to find out with people, not from what others say, but on her own accord, right? And Miss Dovey said that she didn't even understand where the beef was coming from. So I'm going to say this. I think that one can be worked out. Y'all two ladies can have a conversation if y'all, later on when I drop this link, if y'all want to talk about it and talk to each other and smooth it out, I don't mind being that person for you, because I think you both, I don't think this is that serious for y'all. I think Just Blaze was talking about some other situation that was happening. So I think y'all can work this beef out. I really do. I really do. I don't think it's that serious for y'all. And then Lolo and Coolin was going at it. Right? Did y'all see that on ODS's the other night? Just Coolin and Lolo's going at it. So now they got a beef. Okay. Coolin came up there and she was telling ODS, don't meet up with her, be careful. Good morning, Miss LaKendra. And she was telling, Coolin, she said, Coolin was saying her opinion on the matter, right? And she was saying, don't meet up with ODS. With ODS, don't meet up with Lolo, right? And she was trying to warn him and whatnot. And then Lolo jumped up there and she started saying her piece because she didn't like the way that Coolin was talking about her. And they both did say it was their own opinions, and they didn't, Lolo said that Coolin had her opinion and she's got hers, right? But some of the reads they was giving, I wrote them down because they was funny on both sides. So I'm going to read some of the reads from that because I got a whole page of just that, I'm telling you. Lolo said she known ODS for years, and Coolin said Lolo weak and got a marshmallow spine. She let Ness drag her, and Lolo said she liked Ness better. Lolo said for Coolin to get school supplies. Coolin said go change her mama's diapers and to ask Rico for $40. You penny pinching hoochie mama. I don't, I'm trying to watch the words I say. Coolin said Lolo has asked for assistance, and Coolin said to her kids, they ain't got but one parent because their other parent ain't with us no more. So, rest in peace to Coolin baby daddy, because that's another thing that people sometimes read it for, which I don't believe in, but rest in peace to him. And they down to one parent, right? And Lolo man left her. And Lolo said for Coolin to take her butt back to jail, and it ain't cute. Lolo said she didn't start with Coolin, and Coolin said it's her opinion, and she's, she can have her opinion. And Lolo said she can have her opinion. They both agreed that, but Lolo was talking about going to the courthouse. I don't know what's about the courthouse thing. I don't know about all that. Because I don't know why somebody was going to go to the courthouse. Coolin say Lolo a copycat and save her dick. Well, I almost said the word. And the D riding, she said Lolo looked like the mask, and Lolo said they're hers. Like, so her bug eyes, they hers. You know what I'm saying? That's what Lolo, Coolin said she's in ODS's yard, and Lolo said she was at home in the beef sector. And Coolin said, what the beef sector mean? Does her check say beef sector? And Lolo said she was going to defend herself. And Coolin said, my opinion is still the same. Lolo says she don't care. And Lolo said she hit the link because she can. Coolin said Lolo is weird. And Coolin said she was fish-eyed. I don't know where you got that read. Coolin, but I heard about the fish-eyed thing. Y'all was going back and forth. And then Lolo went live after that and said that she ain't do nothing and don't get in her and ODS business. That's what she said. That was her message. I don't know why y'all fighting. Hey, Coolin. Hey, Red Hockey Wings. Hey, Christopher W. Good morning. I was just recapping. I'm recapping what I saw from the bushes or from the bottom, right? And I was sitting there watching, and I was like, what? Okay, so I think that's not all of it. You need to go back and watch it for yourself on ODS's panel. But that's most, I still don't understand the courthouse thing. Somebody going to explain that to me. And then Lala and Uppity was going at it, right? And Lady La said not misusing toothbrushes, and then Uppity said she had 50 teeth or something. I don't know. Uh, it was something else. You know, they were going back and forth to the point I was trying to hear everything they said. But you know, when people talk on top of each other, I will give credit to Just Coolin and Lolo yesterday, because both of their mics sounded good. I could hear what each one of them was saying, even though they was talking over each other. I could hear every bit of it. I heard all the reads. I heard everything that happened. But with the Lady Lie and the Uppity situation, I couldn't hear it as well, if that makes sense. I was trying to get it wrote down, but I couldn't hear it as well, you know? So I got to give them credit. They beefed on top of each other and was talking, but I could hear them, you know? I'm trying to make sure I'm unbiased as, yeah, she said, well, you know, they was making fun and saying, well, you know, you got 52 or something like that. I don't know, but she miscounted her own teeth is what people was making fun of. I have no idea. Now I did, you know, me, myself, and I don't have a problem with Miss Uppity. I don't have a problem with pretty much nobody on this app, you know, because that's just me. We may have our little hee caca woo woos. That's like, you know, I know a lot of people don't like Shakim or whatnot, and I get that. But technically, I don't have a problem with him, right? I like making fun of him. I like joking with him. It's fun. Like, I like picking at him. It's fun. Because, like, I'm the type of person, I like to joke about things that are not as serious, right? Like, I'm not going to make fun of something that happened to you that's real. I'm never going to do that. But if we in the chat and we joking and we kicking and we hi-hi, I might be a part of the person that's being a little messy. Now, I admit it. I can be messy. You know, that's why I like it over here. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't the person that's gonna be over here doing nothing malicious to you, because that's just not me. I'm not that type. I'm not gonna do that. And I share everybody out equally. Even right now, I'll tell y'all, he was supposed to have live this morning. I don't know, because I had to go live. Karian's supposed to have his live this morning. I saw Miss Mitra. She may still be live reading the pants off of Reed. That was the last thing I saw. UTC, I liked your live this morning. Speaking of which, beautiful YouTube cameras. We missing Miss Ronnie Q. Let's all send out a hootie hoo and a prayer for Miss Ronnie Q, because I did not see her go live this morning, and I love Miss Ronnie's morning lives, because that's why I'm running around. That's why I'm not in her chat sometimes, but I always share. I'm always in the clouds in hers. As soon as I wake up in the morning, that's the first person I click on. So Miss Ronnie Q, if you can hear this, you're the first person that I'm in their chat early in the morning. I'm drinking my coffee while I'm getting ready and whatnot. I'm listening to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to your conversations and everything. I want to send a hootie hoo out to Miss Ronnie IQ and send you your flowers. We miss you, boo. I miss your, you know, having your. She has her mess with her message too, if y'all think about it. Because Miss Ronnie IQ, she might talk about, you know, what's going on in the sector a little bit, or if something reaches out to her or whatnot. But then she brings in real content in the morning, right? Like she talks about the Trump situation, and the Kamala Harris, and she talks about, you know, not just politics but world news. She even goes over, I mean, just many different topics. But I'm just telling her we missed her this morning, girl. We missed you this morning. I don't know how many other people this morning missed it, but we did have YouTube cameras. So, you know, I caught YouTube cameras near the middle to end of her live. I did. I caught you. I had to go back and red ball YouTube cameras for some of it. She had a good live this morning. And then, the pop-up challenge. If y'all did not watch the pop-up challenge with Mrs. Intel yesterday, y'all got to go back. Y'all got to go back and watch it, because Pastor Jay Wilson, he was pop locking, dropping it. He was having a good old time. Pastor, we didn't know that you had amazing knees like that, but you do, and your house was looking gorgeous. It really was. So go ahead, Pastor, show out, Pastor. You know what I'm saying? You was getting it. I was like, what? Let's go, Pastor. I was in the clouds most of the night because I was over there also. I was a Pretty Chocolate Girl. I want to shout out to you, love. We was over there with Pretty Chocolate Girl for a little while. I even went over there to Honest Row. Him and Shakim was having a conversation last night. Honest Row had a really good live himself. I did not know. I'm gonna pick on you, Honest Row. It's not bad though. I didn't know Honest Row was into whips and chains and things, y'all. He into whips and chains and things. I was joking around with Row, you know, just playing. I was like, I might have to make you up a song, Honest Row. Stand by Honest Row. Give him 2 arms to cling to and something warm to come to when nights are cold and lonely. Yeah, I'm playing around with Stand By Your Man, if you didn't know, by Tammy Wynette. I had to play around with that with a little bit because y'all know me. I'm a jokester, and I don't try to do nothing nefarious as people think. People put me in the nefarious thing, but yeah, it was whips and chains and dips and chips and all that other stuff. Red hockey wings. It was everything, child. It was everything. Miss Trish was being salacious. Miss Smash It. Miss Smash It. I heard that. It was salacious, child. And then I was over there. Child, I was a little bit everywhere last night. I was jumping from here and placing everywhere. And that video I did yesterday, y'all, I had to record it 15 times. Let me tell you what had happened was. What had happened in retrospect, the first time I did it, it sounded great, right? But I realized when I was trying to screen share what the family had did, it was screen sharing the wrong screen. I was like, oh my God. So then I went to redo it 2 more times. One time the sound wasn't right. One time the screen share wasn't doing right. So as I was trying to scroll, it was going all over the place. It was just a hot mess. And then my dog started barking because they heard a sound. So I was like, Lord, sweet baby Jesus. Eventually, I got it as good, you know. And I realized something the other day. Why ain't nobody tell me I say a lot, like and shit like that? But okay, let me give y'all something. If y'all didn't know, I'm ADHD, right? I ran out of my medication. I called my doctor. I'm waiting on my refill. So right now, if my ADHD acts up more than normal, I apologize for that. You know, a lot of us, for me, ADHD just acts up. I'm a little more goofy, a little more animated than normal, right? And I jump from one thing to the next. I'm not as what do you call that? Structured as I normally am because I can't hardly concentrate. My ADHD is actually very visible. There are some people who have ADHD and it's not visible. Like you wouldn't even know they have it. But, you know, ADHD comes in different looks, different ways. Some people with ADHD talk really fast or a lot and ramble. Some people with ADHD, you won't even know they have it, but it's not what people think it is. A lot of people think that people with ADHD gonna be running around with chicken with our head cut off. It's amazing. You have so much energy. No, because when at 3 o'clock in the morning you're trying to sleep and it literally like tries to keep you awake. No, it's not cool. So I figured after we talk about the mess, right? That was the mess that had happened yesterday, right? I got us some. Hey, Queen Diva love. Tell Miss Tiva I did catch her replay, you know, because I missed the thing. I was so sad about that, but I did catch that replay. I've been catching everybody's replays. If I'm not exactly available at that moment to catch everything, you know, I try. I love Miss Tiva. She knows it too. I love a lot of people, you know. Would that make some people mad at me? Possibility, maybe, but I'm not going to change who I am to fit somebody else's narrative. I'm just not going to do that. And I don't think anybody on these streets should. Don't change yourself to make somebody else happy. All right. So, hey, Miss Catherine. I know she working. She working hard for the money. So hard for you, honey. She work hard for the money, so you better treat her right. I'm playing around this morning. Because when I actually concentrate to sing, I can sing, but it's so funny sometimes when I play around, I hate my own voice. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not missing anything this morning. All right. I think I pretty much got a lot of it. Oh, and uppity. I gotta tell you something, boo. Let me know if you need help wording the way that what we were talking about on Pretty Chocolate Girl, and I'll help you, boo. Cause like I don't like to see, I want nothing to happen. That's all I'm gonna say. You need to get that taken care of. So let me know. You know, it's like a lot of people think that I'm actually a lot of things, but one thing I am is a very kind-hearted person, and I'm gonna try to help anybody. And sometimes it can be a bad thing, and sometimes it can be a good thing. You know, sometimes I'm too kind-hearted, and I'll let people run all over you. I know that's a thing too. It is what it is. You know, but we got us. Did y'all watch the Netflix series on the Oh, I did too. We was laughing about. Okay, if y'all didn't know, Pretty Chocolate Girl's got a beautiful channel. All right, we was over there talking about sister wives and relationships, and I told him if I was gonna be a sister wife, the only way I can do it, if I wasn't married, I'm married happily, but this is, hypothetically speaking, that I can only be one if we don't ever do nothing together, and all you do, like basically, I would be like a sugar baby that never does nothing, right? Like he paying me, I ain't doing nothing with you. For me, technically, there would be no feelings involved. So all I'm doing is sitting there looking pretty. Like I'd have to be the trophy wife. That's the only way I could do it. Other than that, me and Mama Global, I told her I would cut a hole in the name of Jesus, and she said that she done spent too much time with hers that she ain't gonna try to train another one. And I told her I'd help her hide the body of the chicken heads who tried to mess with it. Mm-hmm. Y'all got to catch the live, and you got to watch the chat. It was hilarious. And Miss Hazel Diane, whenever you want to have that conversation about the movie, if you rewatch this or you in the clouds, anytime you want, because y'all, I really did like that movie a lot. If you hadn't had a chance to go watch it, Wolverine and Deadpool, go watch it. It's amazing. It's amazing. It really was. I always keep the bail money on deck, baby, always, because you never know what's gonna happen. But I watched the Monsters thing, right, with the Mendez brothers, and they covered it. And the Mendez brothers themselves are a little bit upset about the Netflix docuseries because they don't like the way it was portrayed as if they had an ancestral relationship. Yeah, if y'all ain't watched that, you do get, okay, let me give y'all a little something. You do get a little bit of view of a peen, and it was an okay one. There was a peen shot in there, right? A little bit, and it's in the shower and jail, whatnot, but you get a little bit of peen shot, but the other dude was finer. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, can we see his? He looks so much better. Okay. 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 Now, yes, okay, they are off for reals. Okay. What episode you two, Mama Global? Because I mean, it ain't like I can really ruin it for you if you know the whole case. But the shower scene, did you see the shower scene yet? I wanted to see the other guy. He was fine, child. God, just close your ears. You ain't supposed to hear this part. Just close your ears for a minute. And then we're going to get back to the good stuff. Just 1 minute for my straight men. Just ignore me for about 5 seconds. Oh, you at the court scene? So you done seen the shower scene then. You done seen the shower scene. They already in jail at that point when you almost at the end then. Mm-hmm. You almost at the end. You ain't too far. Yeah. Yes. And I want the brother's boyfriend, that's the one I'm talking about. He was good looking too. I'm like, what? And they didn't show nothing about him. I'm like, but he was the pretty one. So I actually brought up a synopsis of that show, and I'm gonna present screen. And this ain't gonna like mess it up for anybody. It's not, I don't think it's really let me read over it right quick, make sure it ain't gonna bother nobody, you know, being, what do you call that? Oh no, this is what the brothers think about the series, so this ain't gonna ruin it for nobody. Okay, this ain't, you know, I'm not completely telling y'all everything, so when y'all go watch it, it won't mess y'all up. You do believe the essay theory? See, that's my thing. Do you believe that the parents actually essayed the children, or do you believe that they made that up? Like, after watching the show, yes, I know Mr. Rab. I know Mr. Rab. I'm going to share the screen to that. Where is it at? That's the hard. Oh, that's some other cases I have brought up. Where is it at? Why is it not showing up? Oh, there it is. I had to find the little thing, y'all. I had to find the little thing. All right, so this is the response from them about the docuseries, right? Or the documentary or the series. I mean, do you consider it a full documentary? It said, on September 20th, 2024, Eric Mendez responded to the series stating, "It is sad for me to know that Netflix's dishonest portrayal of the tragedies surrounding our crime have taken the painful truth several steps back through time to an era when the prosecution built a narrative on a belief system that males were not essayed and that male experience great trauma differently than women," he continued. "I believe we had moved beyond the lies and ruinous character portrayals of Lyle, creating a caricature rooted in horrible and blatant lies rampant in the show." Mendez also called out the series creator and co-writer Ryan Murphy, stating, "He cannot be this naive and inaccurate about the facts of our lives so as to do this without bad intent." Addressing Mendez's statement, Murphy explained that there are 4 people involved in that. 2 of them are no longer here with us. 2 of them are alive with their point of view. But what about the parents? We had an obligation as a storytellers to also try and put their perspective based on our research, which we did. In a different interview, he mentioned that he has no interest in meeting the Mendez brothers, but expressed his belief that a new trial could be possible. Nathan Lane, who portrays Dominic Dune, added, "Mendez hasn't seen the show. He's just criticizing it and condemning it without ever having seen it. So one has to take that with a grain of salt." Meanwhile, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, who plays Lyle Mendez, responded to Eric Mendez's with sympathy and empathy, but clarified that the show aims to fill out a lot more details than just the courtroom scenes. So that's what we know about that, right? The way that the Mendez brothers are feeling right now about it, or at least one of them. We haven't heard from the other. I thought we would talk about this morning, you know, drop this link, let people come up and say their piece on it and what they feel about it, right? Yes, Monsters did add a lot of things, and it almost makes it, in my opinion, feel more like you're more invested in the story than some of the other things. Some of the other things were very clinical, right? And this actually gives you more of a personal feeling. You know, there are people who think that they lied on their parents. There are people who believe the essay story. There are some people who see what the, you know, their father was a harsh man, but it was because he wanted better for them. And they see the boys as brats. Then you have people who say that the boys were essayed and whatnot, and that, you know, the only thing that kind of makes me believe the essay story a little bit is the cousins, right? The other people who saw things, like, what dad takes a shower with their older children, like, even if they're boys, you know what I mean? I've never even took a bath with my child. Like, my mom did with my special needs brother, but that's different. He was special. Like, he couldn't bathe himself. Like my brother was like a baby his entire life, like entire life. So, you know, but yeah, that's true, Mama Global. Now, you know that there's rumors about Joe Jackson too. And I don't speaking ill of the past, but you know, those who have passed away. But they say what, you know, Reby said about what happened to yeah, it was Reby, what happened to Reby. You know what I'm saying? They say he did a little something, something too to the children. And it's, you know, that's a sad situation too. That's a sad situation. Because we don't know what all them children went through. I also do have some other cases pulled up. I'm gonna show y'all right quick that I was thinking about for there's another series on Netflix, right? That I was gonna point y'all to that maybe if you ain't watched it. Let me find there's a series on this right here. Raised by, abused by, and then married to her kidnapper. The horrifying true story behind the Netflix's Girl in the Picture. The name of the show is Girl in the Picture. And I believe they use the picture to the right there as the face of it, right? One stormy night in April 1990 in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And I know I've heard this story before myself. I've heard about this case before. 3 men were making their way to a motel when they spotted a shoe in the middle of the road. It was blue with a high heel. Journalist Matt Burbeck would later write in the book, A Beautiful Child. 200 feet further, the men made a startling discovery. There on the edge of the road was what looked like a young woman lying face down in the gutter, her body convulsing, her arms and legs twitching in different directions. Burbeck wrote she was taken to the hospital where her husband, who went by Clarence Hughes, identified her as Tanya Hughes. The woman died days later of her injuries. Her death set in motion a series of discoveries, all chronicled in the new Netflix documentary Girl in the Picture. Tanya Hughes, we learn, was never Tanya Hughes. She had previously been known as Sharon Marshall, although that too was an alias. One nickname after the other. The documentary tells the story of this woman, of her husband, and of his crimes, which included the kidnapping and murder of her young son, as well as the murder of a different woman. It's the story of a woman who lost her name, whose life was overtaken by the man who ultimately called himself her father and her husband. It's the unraveling of a mystery that endured for decades until finally, in 2014, investigators uncovered the woman's real identity. Her real name was Susan Marie Skivas. Her story is hard to tell in a linear fashion. It begins in 1969 with her birth. It begins in 1974 with her abduction by Franklin Floyd, the man who would later call himself Clarence Hughes. It begins with her death in 1990, after which people began piecing her story together. It begins in 1994, where her son's kidnapping by Floyd invited more scrutiny into Susan's life and identity. It begins, and it doesn't end. Not until 2014, when her family and all those who had searched for her true identity found closure in giving Suzanne her name back. Suzanne Marie Skivas was born on September the 6th, 1969 in Michigan. Her mother, Sandra Willett, a participant in the Girl in the Pictures, said she was struggling with PTSD after a tornado had hit her trailer where she lived with her children when she met Floyd. He had pledged to take care of her and her children, but had started to do scary things such as carrying a knife with him at all times and telling Willett, "You think you're gonna leave me? That's not happening." One day, Willett needed to buy diapers for her children and wrote a bad check at a convenience store. She was sentenced to 30 days in jail. "That's when he took my children," Willett said of Floyd in the documentary. She said that's when she went to the police. The officers asked if she was legally married to Floyd, and when she answered affirmatively, she was told she would have to handle the situation herself. While Willett was serving jail sentences in 1974, Floyd dropped off 2 of Willett's daughters at an orphanage and left with Susan. She wouldn't be known as Susan again for another 40 years. In 1990, following Susan's death, her baby son Michael, born in 1988, was placed in the care of foster parents. Merle and Ernest Bean. A DNA test showed that Floyd wasn't Michael's biological father. On 12 September 1994, Floyd pulled a pew-pew on the principal of Michael's school, walked into the boys' classroom, and abducted both the boy and the principal. He left the principal tied to a tree in an isolated location. Someone eventually stumbled upon him and called the authorities, leading to an investigation into Michael's kidnapping, which in turn would uncover more red flags about the circumstances of his late mother, who at the time was still known only as Tanya. It was during the investigation into Michael's kidnapping that authorities learned his real name was Franklin Floyd, and that he previously abducted a girl, robbed a bank, and attacked a woman. By the time authorities connected the dots, he had been on the run for 2 decades after failing to appear in court. Joe Fitzpatrick, an FBI special agent who worked in the case, says in Girl in the Picture, though news coverage of Michael's kidnapping a woman named Jenny Fisher got wind that authorities were circulating images of Tanya, saying she had recently died, and of her young son who was missing. Fisher was confused. The woman identified on television as Tanya was her former high school best friend, whom she knew as Sharon Marshall. There's a lot that goes into this. I'm going to stop sharing right now. That is another one that we could watch on Netflix, right? But, that's a story that I remember when it came out. But the Jacksons. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. I never meant to make it out. I know that's totally about somebody else, but I love that song. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and drop this link so we can talk about things. You want to talk about the Mendez case? You want to talk about Mr. Joe Jackson? If you want to talk about what we were just about, I am going to, also, there's another story that I'm going to cover, the Long Island serial killer, because, that's one that it took a long time for them to catch him. And they caught him over a piece of pizza. Mm-hmm. But I can understand because that New York pizza is good as hell. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop this little like while we can have us some funs. Yeah, your neck of the woods, James. Yep, Long Island. I'm going to go ahead and I forgot to put I'm just doing that so I can have it on deck, get everything situated, make sure everything's right. That's crazy because here's the thing. When I drove by that beach, I was like, what? That's where all that took place? Child. So how many believe the Mendez brothers, by show of hands, were essayed? And by show of hands, how many believe they were little brats and that they did it for money? You know what I'm saying? So we need to show hands. We in the classroom right now. You need to show hands. But yeah, I do have that story brought up about the Long Island situation. Also, there was another one. I still have it brought up. I have not forgot it. The Harmony Montgomery case. It's Adam Montgomery is a New Hampshire father who is accused of killing his daughter, Harmony Montgomery, a 5-year-old girl whose disappearance took 2 years to be publicly announced. He is charged with second-degree murder, falsifying physical evidence, and abuse of a corpse. Montgomery was convicted of an unrelated gun charge, including 2 counts each of being an armed career criminal, receiving stolen property, and theft. So I am looking into the Harmony Montgomery, and I do see that they have the trial on Court TV. So maybe one day we will go through and watch the trial together. We'll watch case by case, or we can binge watch it. right? And see what's going on with the Harmony case. I got to go over here so I can pin that link, y'all. So I can pin that link. But me, myself, and I, when I watch that docuseries, it's really, it's not too terrible. But if you know the case, it's okay. Now they do come out with some things like their lawyer. I love the lady who played their lawyer. She's playing a lot, and the one that played the dad, he's actually really good in a lot of other shows too. They had some really great actors, in my opinion. I totally okay, yeah. I didn't know one of the brothers was totally wearing a wig. I totally didn't know it was a hairpiece, and I still want to know why a young man of that age would start to lose his hair so soon. Like, what was happening? Like, you know, in order for your hair to fall out, you'd have to be, especially in a very young age, like it's medication, or you got some kind of if like you got some kind of medical condition that's causing that, or stress. Have a good night, or good sleep, Mr. Rob. And we do need to have that conversation on helping folks stay, you know, internet safety. Internet safety. That's what I'm going to call that live. It's going to be all about internet safety. So we have to figure out a time and a date and all that when you're free. And you got to let me know. Hit me in the comments. I'll make a community post and whatnot, so that, you know, you can let me know when you're free. And we can have an internet safety course, because sometimes people need to know, you know, reach one, teach one. But if y'all ain't see past them over there in the pop-up challenge, y'all got to go rewatch him dancing. And Uppity was doing her thing, and Voodoo Badu was doing his thing. You know, it was like, getting it. Voodoo, I love when you dance. You know, you should totally do some of that for content on your channel. Also, prayers for you, Voodoo, and what's going on. Voodoo hasn't been doing any lives lately, which I miss you, Voodoo. Voodoo Bado. Because he has stuff going on in real life. So prayers for you, Voodoo Badu. I hope that everything goes well. And if y'all, you know, Mr. ZX was live yesterday, and I realized that I was totally saying Quay Quay's name wrong. It's Quee, and I don't know why I keep doing that. But I'm sorry, beautiful lady. I know you're not in here right now, but I want you to hear that from me. I loved what you were saying on Mr. ZX's panel. Well, on his show the other day. That was amazing. You know, you have a very kind heart. I'm going to say that one. Miss LaKendra, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all ladies, Miss Annie, y'all have really good hearts. You know what I mean? And Mr. ZX, just keep smiling. You're going to get people that's going to hate on you, right? And when you're a controversial figure who says what's on your mind, sometimes people not going to like you, right? And some people going to like you. And you know this. I ain't got to tell you this. Hey, Raya Black, you know, I think everybody in this sector got a little controversy going somehow or another, right? And some people like me, some people hate me, right? Some people love, you know, I'm just gonna cooling, and some people don't, right? Some people love, because you know that was a thing also during their fight, because Cooling was talking about, well, beef sector don't sign your checks. Some people in the chat was going off because they thought that Cooling was talking about, like, you know, bad about the beef sector. And which, Cooling, if you're still in here, you can let them know if you want to pop up and let them know, you know, what you was just telling her the beef sector don't sign her checks, that it don't matter where you're from. You know, Cooling was saying she was in ODS's yard. Now, Miss Lolo, you know, she is beef sector. And so there was people in the chat that was taking up for Lolo. There was people in the chat that was taking up for Cooling. The chat was going crazy. So if y'all didn't watch ODS yesterday, that chat was on fire. I was in there ducking and getting under my table and going, ooh, chat. I was pulling a Miss Paulette. Also, Miss Paulette, I saw you was live this morning. I got to catch your replay. I got to go over there and catch the replay, chat. Then we also have, you know, that's, oh yeah, but I will say that I don't know if Cooling and Lolo are going to go any further I still, if somebody knows why Lady Lion up to even really started fighting in the first place, they could tell me. But I was trying to catch everything yesterday, child. There were so many lives going, and some of them were just good fun, right? Like, Miss Pretty Chocolate Girls was just fun. Ro was just over there kikiing high and having his time. You know what I'm saying? Miss Mitra has been doing her own commentary on the Dolph trial. And she has been doing that. She's been covering that. Mahia was covering it also from the Mo3 sector. It's in the lab. And for the longest, I gotta tell something on myself. When I saw Mahia's name, I thought it was Mexia, and I don't know why, but for the longest, I was missaying his name so damn bad. And Miss IGT, I've always got yours right, but I didn't know what IGT stood for. So I was like, what does IGT stand for? And then somebody told me that it stood for I Got Time. But, you know, and Lady Woo Woo, sweetheart, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're feeling better today. Everything that's been going on and how, you know, the Valley of the Beast, they did kind of turn you into content, you know. Good morning, VS. Good morning, Raya. That's my Raya Black and Lee. But no, we had been talking about the Mendez case, and on Netflix they have a show called Monsters. Their first season was about Jeffrey Dahmer. Their second was about the Mendez case. All right. Oh, and if you ain't watched it, VS, you need to go watch Mr. Zentel's pop-up challenge. Passer was on there, pop locking, dropping it. He was getting it in. Ooh, ooh, go Passer. That's what I was steadily saying. He couldn't hear me from the clouds, but I was hollering, go Passer, it's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday. I was singing for him. He was doing it. He was getting it. And Uppity, she was up there doing her slow roll and whatnot. And then me and Mama Global was cutting up and Pretty Chocolate Girls live, talking about we ain't gonna be sister wives. We'd cut a hoe in the name of Jesus. Well, I said that, you know, but I told Mama Global also that I got the bail money and we're gonna make sure we bury the bodies. Yeah, so anyway, we was just joking around, and then Ro went live, and then now I will say that in ODS's live, when Lolo and Coolin went at it, I was not expecting that. That just hit me from the left side. I'm like, wait. What happened? I didn't know y'all had beef. I didn't know. I was like, but Coolin said that was just her opinion. You know, and whatnot. And she don't think that ODS should meet up with Lolo. That's how she feels. Can't nobody tell how she feels on that. And even Lolo agreed to that. And she can't tell her how she feels. She just, you know, she ain't gonna let nobody talk crap. She was gonna talk crap back. And then some people were saying, well, why didn't you talk back to Ness? And then, you know, Lolo said it's because she likes Ness. And she, you know, so the way you know, that's what she said. Hey, Mima, good morning. But that's what she said, child. Mm-hmm. And I caught Mr. Mitra's live this morning. I caught it. And boy, was she going in. If y'all ain't had a chance, I don't know if she's still alive or not. When we get off here and play, I'm going to recatch that replay because she was talking about the tooth fund again. She gonna lose all her teethuses. So Miss Mitra, if you're out in the clouds, you know you need to start a GoFundMe for all the teeth that you've lost in your mouth from this situation. You know, you gotta pay for them dentures and everything. She was time on it. And then Reed's going live on her business account. And some people are mad about some of the things she's saying. I've heard from on the streets that some people are saying that she's throwing people that she say are friends under the bus, but I don't know. You know, I'm just saying the streets is talking. You know, some people like that she's back. Some people are like, you need to take a break. You really never left in the first place. Some people are saying, you know, they're happy, you know, they missed her. So, you know, it's the streets always go one way or the other, or somewhere in between. You have people who are going to love people, and you have people who are going to hate them. Then you have the people that's going to chill with them. But we've been talking about, we also talked about, there's the series, let's see, there's another, let's see, where was it? Oh, and people been talking about how they going to switch from StreamYard to another apparatus. So some people are saying a thing called Restream, and then some people are saying Streamlabs, and then some people are stating they're going to use a thing called Prism, because StreamYard is getting entirely too expensive, right? But then Miss Lolo was telling us yesterday on my live that if you cancel it and say it's too expensive, that they'll give it to you for a cheaper price. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, y'all could get, and then some people are not worried about it right now because when it was still the $25 price, they paid for the year, right? So they already paid up with the cheaper price. You know what I mean? So we shall see what happens and who else does what. But yeah, we talked about that. And then the Just Blaze or Miss Dovey, if you're in the clouds. Yeah, I think y'all can both work this out. If y'all was here, I would like to have both y'all up here and actually have a conversation with each other, because I don't think y'all's beef is even that serious. I think it's a misunderstanding. I think that Miss Blaze was talking about some other situation, because at first I didn't get it. I didn't know what was going on. Like, I was confused myself. I was severely confused, okay? And then I asked Just Blaze under her comment section. I was like, how did this even start? Like, I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so confused right now. And Miss Just Blaze said this was a situation that happened back in the Blessed Watkins days, that there was a behind the scene conversations back then, right? And I don't know who the main person that she was behind the scenes with having conversations, but somebody tried to warn her about Vegas Girl being a bad person, and she likes her, right? And then I don't exactly know. The only thing is, Miss Blaze said that the reason she said Dubby's name was just an example. She just used her name as an example name in a situation. So I don't know that their beef, because Miss Dovey didn't even know what was going on. She's never spoken to Just Blaze, or she's seen her in chats, but they've never had like personal things. Like, she doesn't know her like that. Ride Black, if you remember, come tell me or type it in the chat, because I do not remember why they even, you know what I mean? But Miss Dovey says she don't know Just Blaze. Like, she's seen her in chats, but she doesn't know her per se like that, right? And so she didn't even understand where the beef was coming from. Miss Dovey's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Why am I even involved? And then Just Blaze is like, well, why are you coming after me? So I'm like, I think it's a total misunderstanding, in my opinion, between the two. And I think this one can be fixed, because it doesn't seem like it's harsh feelings, unless I'm wrong. Now, I could be wrong, but it doesn't seem like it can't be fixed. Oh, and yeah, that's some salacious stuff. Lemon didn't go live last night. I'm thinking he was too tired from the day before. Probably all that live. So Johnny May had to work, and then he probably fell asleep for about 2 or 3 days. Because when I was young and I used to do that staying up all the time, I'd have to fall asleep at a certain time. Yeah, right. I don't even know what the situation is. Like, for me, I was like, huh? What? I didn't even know. I was so confused. I was so frustrated, because I'm like, I need somebody to give me the backstory on what had happened, because I have no idea. And like, you ever walked in quarter way through a beef or at the tail end of a beef and you didn't know what was going on and you don't know who talking about who and what going on? That's the way I felt. I couldn't figure it out. I didn't understand, and I admit it. Yeah, sometimes I've been here so long, there are certain beefs that I even forget about until somebody brings it up. Because you got to think, sometimes you've been here for 4, 5, 6, 7, how many ever years, right? 8, 9, whatever. You end up forgetting some things, right? Some things stick to your mind, some don't. Now, I'm going to say this. We got some people here in the beef sector that remember every little tiny thing from the beginning. I cannot. My memory bank said it's already full. She said, no, she ain't trying to remember nothing else. Okay. It's funny. I can remember some things and other things I forget. Somebody else says to go, and I go, oh, yeah, I remember that now. You know what I'm saying? They both hit the panel on passes. Now, I saw Just Blaze had went up there on passes, but Dovey did eventually hit his link. Because I was in the middle of doing the thing with the video and stuff, and I did see part of his live where Just Blaze had popped up there first, as she was talking about. But I didn't see, he was calling for Miss Dovey, but I didn't see her pop up there. So I missed that part. I apologize. Correction, they both were over there at Jay Wilson's, and they talked about it. So if y'all want to know what's going on with Miss Dovey and Just Blaze, pop over there to Jay Wilson's live yesterday. He was talking about it. Okay, so I made sure I put that out there because I didn't see Dovey hit the panel. I would love to see them, you know, together and talk about it. I hope they made up. Did they make up, Miss Catherine? Are they okay, or is it up and stuck, or they just say their sides? Yeah, they were talking about Vegas Girl. I saw her, Raya, in Just Blaze's chat. She was there. I myself do not remember Vegas Girl for some reason. I don't know why, but I do not remember said person and what beefs they were in. And good morning, D-Shep. Good morning. How you doing? Top of the morning to ya. Even my top of the morning sounds country as hell. You know I'm country. They didn't make up. Okay, so they still like, I don't like you, you don't like me, stay in your corner, I'll stay in mine. I guess. You know, I was lost yesterday. I really was when that first went down. See, Rod, you be knowing stuff. I forget sometimes who's beefing with who or what happened in the past sometimes. Some beefs I don't remember, some of them I do. And you know, if it only made the rounds a little bit, then yes, I probably forgot about it. You know, I don't remember everything. No, you ain't. You fine. You fine. My beautiful. And I was telling people earlier that I keep accidentally mispronouncing your name. It's Kui, not Quay, and I don't know why I keep trying to make you Quay, but it's Kui. Okay? And I keep messing up, and I gotta correct my brain. Cause this ADHD is a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's Kui. Mm-hmm. Cause that's your nickname, my pretty Kui. Okay. You know, I don't try to be messing up nobody's name and what they got going on. But we was talking about a little bit of everything this morning. I didn't if I missed any other beef, it was just because I was trying to keep up with 50,000 different things at once yesterday. But I think, you know, I did see that Reed is going live for people who don't know, on her business account. Demetra did combat, and she said this morning that Reed had struck her page. And that she had left Reed alone when she left. Like, she told her that she wasn't going to talk about her no more and all this other stuff. And she was reading this morning. She was reading. Ray, oh, see, I've been calling you Ryan and it's Ray this whole time. Shoot. But I've been calling, I don't know why I've been doing that, but you know, respectfully, her, you know, her channel name, hold on, let me go over here and get it. For those that want to go over there and chill with Reed, you know, because I'm the type of person that I'm going to promote everyone, and I like Reed, and I don't know if she's still like me, so I don't know. You know, I'll try to stay out of the beefs as much as possible. right here. I got it for y'all. For those who want to go back and watch Reed's replays, I'm gonna drop her channel for y'all. It's Black and White Tea Apparel. That's what she called her, thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop that for those who want to go over there. Because here's the thing about me, I like a lot of people that don't like each other, respectfully. Hey, Conscious. But yeah, there's a lot of people who just don't like each other, or have beefs or all these other. And there's some people who don't take the beefs to heart like that. I try to be as unbiased as possible. Sometimes there's only one person on this apparatus that I truly, and it's because they put a child's life in danger. And when you do that, there's some things I don't like about that. Lead a cheer. Now, there's people that beef and they bring up the children, they bring up the dead, they bring up now me, myself, and I just, no. Like that's just my thing, but I can't tell nobody else how to fight on this apparatus. I can't tell nobody else what to do with themselves. That's just like if you come at me because you're mad at somebody else, I can't tell you not to do it. Right? Even though technically I've done nothing, not a harmful thing, but I can't tell you what to do. It's your choice what you do, right? I can't govern anybody else and tell them how to do things. They're grown-ups. You know what I'm saying? They got a mind and a mouth of their own. Like you were saying the other day, and Miss LaKendra has said this, and other people have said this. You can't tell nobody else how to feel. You can't tell nobody else what to say, and you can't tell no grown-up what to do with their life. We are all grown-ups on this apparatus. So what I may say, Ray may not say. What I say, Reed may not say. What I say, VS might not say. What I say, the Miss O might not say. You know what I'm saying? So we may speak things differently, right? I may say it one way. Miss YTC might say it another. I might say it one way. Miss Ronnie IQ might say it another. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all different, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing that we're all different, and we give different perspectives on things. We try to like, in my opinion, what I try to do is let my audience know who to go to, what's going on, so that y'all can go see it for yourselves, make up your minds, or if you want to freely talk about it here within respect, right? Within guidelines, right? Then you can do it. I feel like I'm trying to do it with the news reporting. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be salacious like some other people. And I know ODS told me that, child, I need to read people down, but ODS, that ain't in my heart. That ain't in my heart. We all know this. And yes, when I get really animated, I do get like really, like when I get really, oh my God, I'll start doing, oh my God, Becky, look at her back. I'll be funny and stupid. And I like being funny and stupid. And there's a reason why. In this world, right, we got so much hate, so much badness that happens. If I can just bring a smile to one person's face and make one person happy that day and one person smile, then I did my job that day. That's all I want to do is, am I in the beef sector? Do I know the belly of the beast? Yes, I do. I know where I'm at. I understand where I'm at. I've been here for many, 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 many years, right? So I get that. But does that mean that I necessarily have to change who I am? I'm never going to change who I am. I am who I am. I've always just been Charlie. And, this is the beef sector. You know what I'm saying? I know what I was getting myself into when I hit that live button. I already knew some people was going to tear my little tail up. I already knew it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at the situation. To tell you the truth, I just want to come on here and have fun with y'all. We can kiki, we can laugh, we can ha. Is there any other cases that y'all would like to cover in the future for, any other like things y'all like specifically would want to talk about? Because what I want to do is make y'all happy, right? I want y'all to be able to wake up in the morning, drink your coffee. Also, reminder, please make sure you took your meds. I done said it once this morning, but this is your med reminder to take your morning medication so you don't forget, because if you got ADHD like me, you might forget. Do y'all have anything specific? Like even in the replay game, the cloud watchers, y'all can pop down. Ain't nobody gonna get you over here. And we could talk about anything. I want y'all to be able to drink your coffee and relax in the morning, right? I want you to be able to relax, breathe, get your little, you know what I'm saying? Deep breaths. That's what my goal is, to make sure y'all having fun in the morning. But we over here and we got, I don't know if Lolo's going to come back and do a live or anything else. She did that one live when she was taking her mom to the doctor about Coolin. I got to go over there and check Coolin's channel to see if she's done any lives. I love just Coolin. She knows it. I love Lolo and she knows it. You know what I'm saying? I like a lot of different people who may not like each other. And I ain't getting in it. I'm like Bennett, I ain't in it. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Miss Coffee also. She does like these amazing graphics over there on her channel. She's amazing. Oh, they giving away the free testers again. Yeah, that's another thing, y'all. The vid, because they try to get us when we said the C word. Is coming back and some people are getting it. I'm gonna tell you this, my beautiful choreo lover got it not too long ago, and then we had Rebel Son who got it, and that stuff ain't no joke. Anybody who gets it, I'm gonna pray for you, because knock on wood, and I'm knocking on wood, y'all, I have not got it, but it is cycling back around in the sector news you could use. Make sure you take care of yourself, wash your hands, keep some sanitizer, Tell hosts to say 10 feet back if you feel like they got something. Say, not today, Satan. Throw your holy water if you have to. And take your test. Take care of yourself. Because this world is too short not to do that. All right? You got to take care of yourself. Because here's the thing. Health is wealth. Health is wealth. Oh, and some people, they talking about on the Shaquem situation with him coming out the closet. I'm coming out the closet. You know what I'm saying? Some people saying that, they didn't support Shaquem. Some people saying they already knew. Some people saying Lemon was wrong for pushing him out the closet. Some people, it's just so many. Conscious energy, your device is not connected. It is not connected. Oh, and also prayers for those having to deal with the hurricane. Okay, there you is. Now, I'm going to put my banner up just in case, because what if somebody trying to pretend to be you, What up? How you doing? Good morning. Well, you're not muted, conscious energy.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. There you are.
Already, man. Southside spaghetti. Peace and blessings to you, Charlie. I'm talking about this, your boy Conscious Energy. Speaking to you with the spectacular binocular. Doing it all legal so I can fly like an eagle. Family and Charlie, I'm sending everybody tons and tons of good energy on this Friday. Take that. On this beautiful day, we just, woo, breathing in that good air.
You know what that reminds me of? You know that song where it goes, "Hello, ladies" on Afro Man? That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, Afro Man. One of my favorite rappers. I just wanted to come up here because I ain't seen nobody else hit the link. So I just wanted to come up here and just say, what I'm saying? I really understand where you're coming from, especially when you try to explain, your position, what people may look at or view you as, in the beef sector, allegedly. And, it's crazy because it seems like, people who have good hearts and people who are really not malicious, are somewhat vilified in your sector and my sector, because the sector I come from is way, way more vicious than your sector to a certain extent. And I just want to tell you, just keep doing what you're doing, Charlie. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay motivated. Keep doing your live streams. And, the folks who support you going to support you regardless. And, a wise man once told me that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let me say that again. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. And, and that's kind of like the motto that I live by. But I just want to tell you, just stay motivated and everything gonna be all right. Go ahead, Charlie.
Good morning, Big Bro Ken. Now, you know what I've always heard is keep your enemies close. You keep your friends closer, but you keep your enemies closer so you know which way they're stabbing you from.
Woo!
They can get you from the front instead of the back.
Woo!
That's what I was always told. You gotta have a little
Yeah.
you gotta have a little smartness to see what's coming. Like, I see what's coming. I'm not dumb. But
Yeah.
go ahead. If you're gonna
But
do it.
when I came on the live stream the other day, when before it went left, I was really talking to you about your music and some of the covers that you did because I feel like God has sent me over here to intervene on your behalf because there is some music, there is some songs that you have yet to do, that you have yet to produce, that I think the world wants to hear and need to hear. And the reason why I keep coming over here because I can see your good heart. I can see what kind of person that you really are. And unfortunately, we have people in both our sectors who want to take that good heart, and twist it and turn it into what they are. I was on Brother Lemon's channel the other day. I think the brother had like an 11-hour live stream. I mean, I could never go 11 hours, man. Bless his heart. But when you really sit back and just look at some of the people that's in these sectors and you listen to their live streams, listen to who comes up there and just how they behave, how they interact with each other. And anybody who tries to come in and uplift and try and sort of change the trajectory of what's going on, they don't want that. They want the madness. They want the kerfuffles. They want the arguments and the back and forth because understand some, Charlie, you have some people who are miserable in their own lives. And you ever heard that old quote, misery loves company?
Yep, I've heard it before.
Misery loves company. And so I just want to say, no matter what you do moving forward, whatever direction that you want to go, keep your good heart, keep your good spirit, and don't allow nobody. I don't care if they got 20,000 followers. I don't care if they got 1,000 people that's in the chat room watching it live. Don't allow nobody for no amount of money, no amount of clout, whatever, clicks and views. Don't allow them to turn your spirit, turn your heart negative and to be like them. That's why they don't like your brother CE. I'm gonna tell you why they don't like your brother CE, because they can't push me around. They can't bully me like other people in the sector, and they know that because they know if they say the wrong thing to me, I'm gonna go completely off because I'm a Christian man. I believe in God. I believe in the Bible. I believe in righteousness. But if you get on my opposite side, I will check you, and I don't care who you is, how many followers you got. It don't make me no difference, because they tried to do it to me, and I see what's going on and what they trying to do to you, Charlie. And so I'm just hoping in the future, dealing with these people, that you don't allow them to turn you into what they are. Go ahead, Charlie.
No, here's the thing. Like, I've not changed this whole time I've been here. I've been here now since 2017, 18, somewhere around there when it started. It's been so long that I forget exactly what year, right? It's been a long time and I've stayed here and been here. That's why a lot of people get me mixed up with other white folk that here, because I never was in none of the mess. I never was in any of the kerfuffles. I was always just chill, laid back. You know, was I a little
Woo.
messy? Yes, I was a little messy tail in the past, and I learned my lesson. I got taken aside and told, you know, you need to chill a little bit. But did I ever cause any arguments or mess, or did I get in anything? No. In fact, I love Mrs. 313. She's like one of my faves. And if she's in the clouds, love you, boo. But she's like, she was trying to figure out when she first started talking to me who I was, right? And she kept asking me if I was into this mess or this, because you know, they remember all the beefs from the past. So they thought, you know, everybody knew I was used to be a part of TSCC, right? And so they were like, "Were you this person? Were you that person? Did you was you in this?" I was like, "No, none of those people are me," because I was never in any of the kerfuffles that went on in the past. I was just chilling in the background doing my thing, and I never got involved in none of that stuff. So a lot of people, they knew me, but they didn't know me, if that makes sense, because I didn't get
Yeah.
into any mess. They're like, "I remember you from back then, but you didn't stand out because you didn't get into anything." Basically, I was just chilling. Yes, yes, Miss Quay Quay, you can come up and have a conversation with Mr. Conscious Energy. You know you're always welcome. Everybody's welcome over here. I'll go ahead and
Yeah,
redrop the
and
link.
Charlie, like I say, man, all we can do is try to spread as much positivity as we want, and as we can, because I mean it's sad because one thing I notice about this particular sector, there's a large community of LGBTQ people, which is fine. I have no nothing against that, but a lot of these people, man. I mean, like Brother Lemon, man. I like Brother Lemon. I mean, he have his own lifestyle. He's a grown man, but when I listen to the brother live stream sometime, man, I just hear the hurt in his voice and his heart. And then, then the people start hit the panel, and then all of a sudden, it's just 5 hours, 6 hours of nonstop arguing and fussing and fighting. And I just don't know how the brother do it, man. I don't know how he's able to conduct himself and keep his sanity, because I mean, I'm a married man. I've been married for a few years. I have 6 children. I have two grown sons. My oldest son is 25 years old. My youngest son is 21 years old. He just joined the military. He's in the army. And I have 4 daughters. My oldest daughter is 20. I'm sorry, 19, 17, and 16. And my youngest daughter is going to be 3 years old this December. So, I didn't raise kids, and it's just, you know, um, man, it's almost like, and I may sound like I'm sort of, going off the subject a little bit, but it's almost like a room full of children. And I hate to say it like that, but it's the truthers, just like my gold toothers I used to have. But it's almost like a panel full of children that have to be chastised in order for them to, you know, understand, hey man, you can't say this, or I don't agree with you saying that. But you know, when somebody is being clearly controlled, and I use that word control very loosely, when somebody is being controlled and manipulated, and this how they go, and let me tell you how they gonna come at you, Charlie, because see, you're fresh to the lot, to the with the with everything that's going on. This is how they're gonna come at you. They're gonna come at you the same way they came at me. They're gonna come at you with money. They're gonna come at you with super chats, cash apps. And when they give you the super chats and the cash apps, understand something, that those cash apps, that support come with strings. And whenever you don't do what they want you to do, whenever you go off the grid, or whenever you don't agree with, or you project the opinion or stereotypes that they want, they're going to pull back their money, pull back their support. As long as they can control you with their money, they will continue to give it to you. And so just be wise and be and just keep your eyes open of what's going on around you, and what I'm saying, how that money go, because that old saying that they have. What is it, Charlie, that a man or a woman gain the whole world and lose their soul? Go ahead, Charlie. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Well, you know that they say about money being the root of all evil. They've always said that. When then sometimes like people let money change them and stuff. I'm in myself now. I know this for a fact because I've been poor and I've been okay, right? And I've been doing good. I know that money comes and goes. It is what it is. It's going to come in your life. It's going to go out your life. One minute you may be up on top of the world. The next minute you could be down low. We got a guest backstage. I'm going to, I don't think y'all have no kerfuffles.
No kerfuffles.
I don't think so, unless I missed it. Hey, Mr. Beasley.
Hey, I don't get along. I don't get along with anybody. I'm not anybody's friend.
Oh, I know you, your own person.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not a part of any associations. And no, I'm hearing the guy talk, the gentleman talk, that he likes this dude that cries like a bitch on here, a grown black man. And he mentioned that he cries. You think that's any type of responsible behavior for a grown man? A man is supposed to represent, supposed to have some form of masculinity. You know what? At least be able to manage your emotions. And he's over here crying and whining every day.
Right.
I think that's a shame. I think
is this the same guy that hit my panel about a month ago, and your language and your degeneracy was so obscene that I had to literally kick you off my panel? Because I don't talk like that. I don't rock like that. Obviously, you've never shown your face, so you don't have any courage at all to even show your face, Mr. Harris, which is an interesting name for a male, alleged male. But hey, man, look, I don't have time for this, man. I know who you is. Nobody likes you in the sectors. I don't have to do anything, man. You don't give me orders. I don't take direction from a low life person like yourself. You have a very degenerate, vulgar language. Nobody respects you. Nobody likes you. And and you even and you were talking so bad that I had to put my live stream. They put my live stream on adults 18 and over. So be careful, Charlie, allowing this person, Paris, to talk on your panel and to say certain things, because certain things that you say and do can make your live stream be only 18 or adults only. So don't allow this person, this very degenerate, low class, unsophisticated person, to dictate anything. And trust me, your opinion means nothing to me at all. Your opinion, your nothing at all. So go ahead.
Mr. Beasley does show his face. He's not afraid to show who he is.
Well,
and
show it now. Show it now, Beasley. Let's see how you look now.
Show me yours.
You already know how I look. You see my avatar. I cam up on every live stream. You know how I look. Stop playing games.
I don't care. I didn't ask how you looked, but I know about your associations.
What about your association, sir? What about your association?
I don't associate with anybody.
Man, please, man. Come on, man. You have a record in the sector, man. Come on, man. Stop playing games, Mr. Paris.
You associate with the known homosexual who's begging on here constantly.
And who are you talking about? Who is this known person that you're talking about?
Let me finish. I let you talk. Let me talk. You associate with the man who was hidden his sexuality, who steals money from people, takes money on false pretenses, who lies repeatedly.
And who is this person? Who is the person that you're talking about, Mr. Paris?
I'll let anyone guess. Who smells like
I don't have to guess. You're bringing up something that I allegedly did or said or officially associated with. Tell us the name. Have some courage. Have some courage and say the name. All this beating around the bush, you don't have to do that with me, Mr. Paris. Just be straight up with what you want to say. We two men talking. We don't have to act like females. Just tell me what's on your mind. Tell me tell me the name that you're talking about. Don't all this beating around the bush. Just tell me the name. Go ahead, Mr.
I'm
Paris.
not beating around the bush. I'm just talking. I'm giving you a description of the behavior of the characteristics of the person. Because it doesn't matter who the person is, but you know who the person is. He smells.
I don't know who the person is because there's thousands of people in this sector. I don't know who you're talking about. That's why I'm asking you for the name. And if you was a man, if you was a man, you can just tell me the name. You don't have to be beating around the bush.
Maybe if you would stop bumping your gums and try to listen, you would understand.
Man, you don't tell me what to do, man. I don't take orders. I don't take orders from a low life person like yourself. You don't give me orders.
Our order is to listen so you would have comprehension. I think you're
man. Go ahead and tell me what you need to say, man. Just go ahead and say what you say, Paris. You come up here cloud chasing, man. You want to try to put me on the spot. Say what you do. What just say what you need to say, man.
You have no clout. My name is known in every sector, and I don't.
Yeah, and your name is not well received in most sectors. The people that I've seen you interact with do not like you, and for just reasons.
So who doesn't like me? Well, why don't
I don't have to? I don't have to get into that, man. Just tell me what's on your mind so you can leave.
How can you call me a degenerate when you
you are a degenerate.
When you
are a degenerate and you're not. Yes, I did call you a degenerate.
All right, you could call and you can say whatever you want, but it doesn't make it true.
Well, that's my personal opinion from what I didn't see from your own actions.
You don't even know me.
That's why when you hit my panel the last time, I abruptly kicked you off because I don't need you. I don't need your clout. I don't need your nothing. I don't want any association with low class, unsophisticated, low life people like yourself, Mr. Paris.
I'm unsophisticated. I'm smart.
Yes, very unsophisticated.
I know way more about the world than you.
Can you spell sophisticated? Do you know how to spell it?
Yes. Yes.
Spell it. I will. If you can spell unsophisticated, I would gladly send you a $50 cash app right now. If you can spell unsophisticated and don't Google it.
Do you want me to spell it?
Yes, go ahead, spell it. Unsophisticated. Don't Google it.
Will you stop talking so much? You're so insecure.
Spell it, Mr. Paris.
Okay, IT. I spelled it.
Exactly. IT. Go ahead, what you need to say, man. I'm about to get on up out of here, Charlie. Bye. We got somebody else on the panel. Who's this pretty big woman? Let pretty big woman talk for a minute, Mr. Paris. Mr. Paris.
Hey.
Bye.
Hey.
Mr. Paris.
Hello.
Mute your mic. Let the other person talk. You don't tell me
bye. I don't even
feel like it.
Bye.
Beasley, please, for me, press mute. Mr. Conscious, please press mute. Miss Quay wanted to have a conversation with Mr. Conscious Energy, and I'm going to let them have their moment. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Charlie. Good morning, Mr. CE. Is it okay if I call you CE? Hello, Mr.
Yeah, she told me to mute my mic. But yeah, CE is fine. Go ahead, sister.
Okay. Good morning, and good morning, Mr. Beasley as well. I just wanted to come up here, and have a conversation with you, brother. Because myself and my brother ZX, we were talking last night on some of the points that you and Charlie just spoke on, in reference to what's going on within the beef sector. Okay, so first of all, I like to ask people myself questions. Okay, so what sector are you from?
Let me unmute my mic. You asked me what sector am I from. I don't claim any sector. I'm my own sector. I'm from the Issachar Kerfuffle sector. That was sector I'm from. Go ahead. Unmute my mic.
Okay. The reason why I asked you that, sir, is because what we were talking about last night about the beef sector. And whenever, whenever something originates from negativity, there is no positivity in it. So wherever you see divisiveness, you're not going to get peace from it. And just like I, shared with him, like how I started out on YouTube. I only have one YouTube account. I don't have no interest in no other social media accounts. Okay, so I myself inserted, myself into the negativity content, which I was seeing on here. And just like I explained to him, the reason why I did it is because I'm currently in a backslidden state. So, you know what I'm saying? So whenever someone knows of the Lord Jesus Christ for themselves and say they believe in God, the Holy Spirit of God, you know when God is chastising you. You know when you are out of line and out of order with God. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm not one of these people to try to justify my wrong actions and my wrongdoings. So just like I told my mom, I said, Mom, when I leave YouTube, I'm not going to make an announcement when I leave YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing is we are human beings, you know what I'm saying, that are using technology, operating technology. So you know what I'm saying? So whatever our personas are, people are going to hear it and they're going to see it online and offline. And I had came in like at the tail end of the conversation that you were having over at Lemon's channel. With him and also with Jay Dunn and a few of them that was up on that panel that night. And what I did, catch, sir, was when Jay Dunn had mentioned about you being married to a white woman. Is that correct? Hello, Mr. Conscious.
Yes, I was I had my mic muted because Charles asked me to mute my mic. But
Oh yes,
yes, my
yes.
my wife is Caucasian. Yes.
Okay. Now, now, people who, you know what I'm saying, like I'm gonna say like this. When you having a conversation with reasonable minded people, which is not a lot of reasonable minded people on social media, and when you having a conversation with reasonable minded people, that is very true. You are willing to listen, to what the person is thinking and how the person is feeling about different subject matters. Now, personally, myself, Mr. Conscious, and Charlie, and Beasley, and everybody else listening to this live right now, when you believe in God, love comes from God. God is the creator of love. Okay. And when you get to talking about a black man being married to a white man, I mean a white woman or an Hispanic woman or Asian woman, all that stuff, we're talking about ethnicity here in this physical world. However, you know what I'm saying, it's always right in the eyes of the Lord when there is a man and a woman married to one another. See what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter with me, and I'm speaking only for me. It doesn't matter to me whether a black man is married to a white woman, an Hispanic woman, an Asian woman, a biracial woman. As long as it's male and female, it's right in the eyes of God. As long as that man, you know what I'm saying, has a loving commitment to that woman and he has a desire, you know what I'm saying, to have family with that woman, I am in support of righteous marriage. Yes, I do. See what I'm saying? So me as myself, I don't have no personal relationship with you, but my thing is, brother, as long as you are loving your wife, okay, and you are committed to your wife, and you are kind and gentle, and you are living according to the word of the Lord Jesus Christ concerning your marriage with your wife, I am in full support of that. Now, the other point that I made in the chat earlier with Charlie before you came over here, speaking about what's going on here. I think myself, from what I've watched, Charlie, you know what I'm saying, that yes, this may be mostly black people operating over in the B sector, but my thing is this: when you do have various people, which are you have some white people, you have some Hispanic people, you got some Asian people tuning in, you know what I'm saying, and subscribing, and even memberships of these channels. When it comes to someone expressing themselves only verbally, because I'm not for the doxing. I think it's very unfair to dox people. I think you should keep online activity with online activities. Okay, now I think that the race factor needs to be removed from it. I do, because if someone is having a disagreement on here, it shouldn't matter whether it's a black man, a white man, a white man, a black man, all this, a white woman, all this stuff arguing with each other. I think it's very unfair because it's social media even playing a field on social media. However, we do have people who think different. They have a different opinion and perception of things. But from what I'm observing so far, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit up and say, oh, Charlie is white. You know, Charlie shouldn't be able to say this and say that because one thing about it, I'm not for the nigger thing. Whenever I'm calling somebody a nigger, I am really angry when I say you're a nigger. However, truthfully speaking, calling somebody a nigger or any other negative word to try to, degrade someone and belittle someone, it is wrong, period. So whatever you do wrong and whatever you saying wrong, there is no rightful justifications in that. Absolutely
I agree
not.
with you.
And
Absolutely not.
if I could just add something.
For this man
Yes, sir.
to call me names.
Hold on, Mr. Beasley. Hold on, Mr. Beasley. Hold on, Mr. Beasley. Mr. Beasley, hold on, baby. Can you respectfully, you know what I'm saying, just hold off, until I, finish my conversation with Mr. Conscious, because I did ask Charlie, can I come up, and have a conversation with him first? Thank you, Mr. Beasley. I appreciate if you do that. Okay, Mr. Conscious, I'm listening. Mr. Conscious?
Yeah, I just
We can't hear you.
I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Golly, the host muted my mic.
I was trying to unmute it for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I pressed it.
Okay. I was trying to
clearly Mr. Beasley is literally nipping at the teat because he wants to look, all that positive stuff that you said, I agree with. But this guy, Paris, wants to put in something negative. See, that's why he's even here on this panel. He's not here to uplift, to put anything meaningful into this conversation. He just wants to get up here so he can try to antagonize me. But unfortunately, it doesn't work because, again, like I say, I know who this guy is. But what you said about God and what you said about marriage and the unity of marriage, regardless of his.
Mr. Beasley, Mr. Beasley, let Mr. Conscious say what he got to say, baby.
I get to talk too. No, that's
Charlie. Can you mute Mr. Beasley?
Okay, I'm just gonna finish my
Charlie,
quote, and then Beasley will give you the floor. All right, so maybe you can add something meaningful to the conversation. Now, like I was saying, sir.
Okay.
Sir, one second. Sir, let me finish my point. Then you can talk, Mr. Beasley. So,
what we gonna do?
Sir, give me 1 second. Let me finish my point, then we'll allow you to talk.
I don't owe you.
Can we? Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Mr. Conscious, say what you got to say. Then Mr. Beasley gets to say what he's gonna say. That way, it's fair to both parties.
Thank you.
I do not want anybody feeling like it's not fair.
Thank you, sir. She asked me a question. Allow me to answer the question, Beasley. Then we'll let you talk, and you can add what you want to add.
I came to
Sir, I'm asking you respectfully in a nice way to allow me to finish my point.
Shut up. No, you get no respect.
Sir, don't tell me to shut up, sir. Okay, now, like you said about the Bible, there's a quote in the Bible that says, we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but against principalities and spiritual. You are a demon, sir.
Charlie,
you are a wicked individual,
Charlie,
Mr. Beasley.
Mr. Beasley on Mike. So, so
what
I
we're gonna do right now is we're both gonna calm down, take a deep breath, let Mr. Connors finish his energy, and then Mr. Beasley, you can come back with your stuff and you can curse him out as much as you please because that's your right to. I want everybody to
he's not even on my level. He's not even. He's a bomb.
Look,
he's a bomb looking for clout.
Okay, look, Charlie said she's gonna let me finish my point, then Beasley will let you talk. All right, so like she said,
I did not drop him.
Well, excellent. Let him go because see, he proved my point about control and how people try to manipulate the conversation to prove their points. See, whenever another man is unable to speak over another man, he's not able to control the panel, he's gonna move around. Because he clearly see he can't bully me, he can't sway me. So that being said, Charlie, I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna get out of here and let you have your show because I want to speak on what the lady said. There is a quote in the Bible that says, We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but against principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. See,
Correct.
there's a story in the Bible. One day Jesus was walking through Jerusalem and with his 12 disciples, and he came upon a woman that was being stoned. And he went up to these three men. He said, "Why are you stoning this lady?" The men replied to Jesus and said, "We're stoning her because she has been accused of adultery and found guilty." But look at the wisdom of Jesus. Jesus said to the men, "Ye without sin cast the first stone."
Correct.
Ye without sin cast the first stone. Think about that for a minute. The men looked at Jesus very perturbed. They dropped their stones and they walked off. What's the moral of the story? You're going to be criticized. You're going to be vilified. Let me tell you something, ladies. Anytime that you bring up God, you bring up the truth, you bring up righteousness, because there's none of us, all of us are born into iniquity. All of us fall short of the glory of God. There is not one man or woman to ever walk this earth that has been perfect and that has done everything perfectly. But we have to understand it don't matter. Look, just like she said, it don't matter if you married to a woman that's white, black, Hispanic, East Indian. I mean, look at Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, who's running for president, has a white husband. Think about that for a minute now, family. Do you see anybody attacking Kamala Harris for having a white husband? Of course not. Barack Obama was the president who comes from, his mother was white, his father was African. Do you see anybody attack? No. So why do they think they can attack me on this particular situation? Because they feel like they can get some brownie points with, I'm not going to use the R word, but there are clearly some people who are the R word in this sector, and that's all right. It's not for me to change the hearts of the minds. But let me tell you something, family. I wake up every day. I take care of my family. I take care of my kids. I take care of my wife, and I try to be the best husband that I can. I have been married for over 15 years. I have never brought my wife home a disease. I have never slept around. I have never put my hands on my woman. I mean, hey, we all have arguments back and forth, but I have never done anything intentionally to try to harm her or my marriage. And so that's really all I want to say. Go ahead, ladies. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Oh, okay. I appreciate, just like I was telling my brother, ZX last night. I love ZX. And I also know, like I tell him, I've heard a lot of negativity, about him. However, I am of age, and I'm able to observe, and I'm able to do my own proper research for myself. So, you know what I'm saying? So just because, people have a different relational dynamic, you know what I'm saying, on here, it does not determine, you know what I'm saying, like somebody else's relational dynamic with someone on here. You see what I'm saying? So, me conversing with Charlie, you know what I'm saying, in chats and things, because I do appreciate her, showing leadership on her own platform. And I also, you know what I'm saying, appreciate Charlie, you know what I'm saying, showing leadership within her and other people lives and participating in their chats. And you know what I'm saying? And yes, it's okay, for people to give you advice. And it's a good thing to, to take heed to good counsel. However, you know what I'm saying, Charlie is her own individual persona on here. And you know what I'm saying? So whoever is, in support of Charlie, you know what I'm saying, content, you know what I'm saying, they will continue to, on with Charlie. And that is what I love about Charlie. And I always express these to the people that I'm currently supporting, that we don't have to have a personal relationship with one another. You know what I'm saying? God shows you what's coming from somebody's heart. God doesn't show, we would never know one another's heart, you know what I'm saying? Because we aren't God. We aren't the creators of one another. However, God will show you, what's coming from somebody's heart through their word, through their deeds. And I really do believe, you know what I'm saying, that Charlie has good intentions, you know what I'm saying, towards the other content creators, you know what I'm saying, that she has supported throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord lets us know, you know what I'm saying, like where there is a good connection. You know what I'm saying? Also, like when you do go on someone's platform, and speak and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like he pretty much lets you know that there's a safe place there. And I really do believe, you know what I'm saying, that Charlie has good intentions for people that come up on her panel. And she's not trying to control, the narrative in which somebody is saying something expressively on her panel. And I do appreciate that about you, Charlie. And brother, I encourage you. I love you and I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Of expressing, your love and your concern and your kindness, and also your provision towards your wife and your family. You see what I'm saying? Because, like I say all the time, I am not a homophobic individual. I have no fear of homosexuality. What I don't do is I am not in support of homosexuality. I love the people. And I make myself very clear when I express this. I love the people. However, I am not in support of homosexuality. I am a heterosexual woman, and I make my own choice and decision, you know what I'm saying, to act out my sexuality, you know what I'm saying, towards a heterosexual man. And a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, leave with a misunderstanding, you know what I'm saying, when they hear preachers and ministers, you know what I'm saying, like, of family members and things like that, tell them that they hate them, and they ostracize the person, they put the person away, you know what I'm saying, they mistreat them and everything, you know what I'm saying, because the simple fact they are non-supportive of homosexuality. And it's very important for us to properly communicate with each other. And I also said this to my brother the other day too, that I think is very unfair, you know what I'm saying, for people who are currently practicing homosexuality lifestyles, for them to become offended by a family member, a friend, you know what I'm saying, and no longer want to befriend that person, no longer want to, be around their family member, who has told them, I don't support homosexuality. However, I love you. I still love you. I care about you. I'm concerned about you. This is just one area in our relationship, you know what I'm saying, that we are disagreeing with. Now, we all know, that people minds change, people hearts change towards one another, and that's okay. However, you know what I'm saying,
Hey,
I
well,
don't
hey, I just
need,
want to tell you, I appreciate you. I appreciate your kind words. I got to get out of here. Got to take care of some business.
okay,
But Charlie, have a good day, and I
okay.
want to thank you too, pretty big one, for everybody for just the support. And I just hope all y'all have a blessed day. And thank you so much for the kind words, and have a good one.
Have a good one.
Uh,
Bye,
Appreciate
Mr.
that, brother.
Conscious.
all right.
Charlie, okay, you know what I'm saying, Charlie. I put that to an end with that conversation right there, baby. But thank you so much, Charlie. You stay sweet, baby. You know what I'm saying. I know that you are a strong-willed woman, and and I'm here, to continue to encourage you, baby. And I appreciate you allowing me up on your panel.
Oh yes, ma'am. And I want to say something to Mr. Beasley. Miss Quay Quay over here, and I keep messing it up. It's
It's
Quee.
okay,
I
baby.
don't know,
You can say
but
Q. This say Q, baby,
just that's my
to help
cue.
you out.
That's cute.
This
That's
say
my cue,
Q.
babe.
Yeah, this say Q.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
baby.
but I was that Miss Q had been saying in chat before you ever came up that she wanted to have a conversation with Mr. C. So I was gonna let them have them conversation. And when they were done, and I know he was throwing shots at you, and I get that, and you wanted to come back. What I was gonna do was I was gonna have him say what he was gonna say, then I was gonna have him mute and let you come back and say what you was gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep panel etiquette so people can hear what you gotta say, hear what he gotta
Correct.
say, and everything else. So, Mr. Beasley, if you felt disrespected, I just want to go ahead and hit you up with an apology. Did not mean that towards you. I just want you to know that. You know, I was trying, chap.
I mean, your flow is your flow, Charlie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it is like it's you have the right, you have the right to conduct, you know what I'm saying, your panel the way that you want to conduct your panel. You know what I'm saying? And and anybody who think, and feel that when they come over to your house, because this is your virtual house, and you know what I'm saying, and when you allow someone up on your panel, to express themselves, you know what I'm saying, we do have to respect you, whether you mute us, whether you put us backstage, whether you drop us. You know what I'm saying? Like, people need to really take in respect. You know what I'm saying? Because it is like having respect for one another. It will take you a long way. And just like I told, Z, you know what I'm saying, that if like, due to boredom, that's how I landed myself here. I'm not fault finding nobody from the B sector and from any other sector. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the negativity that I've heard and I've listened, you know what I'm saying, and participated in, baby. I'm not sitting up here for nobody. Nobody. We all, God gave all of us free will to make our own choices and own decisions here in this world. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to hear all positivity, I know how to ship over. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody got to guide me and lead me, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube. I know how to type up what I need to type up, you know what I'm saying, to only listen to and watch, you know what I'm saying, positive content. And this why I say, when I hear these people constantly complaining about this and that and this and that, and this shouldn't be done. Baby, you already know ain't no daggone smell good in no in chitlins. We know what chitlins are. People who like eating chitlins, it is pig's intestines. And what's in pig's intestines? Doo-doo, waste. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So it is like, so all this, oh, this person say that. This person, it's so much hypocrisy. And people contradict themselves so much, of Charlie, you know what I'm saying? And like I told Z, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate, when someone does hit the panel, and you know what I'm saying, and they don't allow a personal people, you know what I'm saying, to silence their voice and shut them down. No, we all have a right to say, what we're thinking and how you're feeling about what you just heard and what you just seen. Absolutely. And you stay encouraged, Charlie, and you continue on, you know what I'm saying, with your commentary the way that you want to do your commentary. And I love you again, Charlie, and appreciate you allowing me to say what I had to say, baby.
Oh, yes, ma'am. You know, that's one thing about me. Respect is everything. And thank you, Miss Q, for coming up and speaking your piece. You know what I'm saying? But I am that type of person. Like, for me, respect is everything. So, Mr. Beasley, if you're still in the clouds, I don't know. And if you wanted to come up and say your piece, the link is still pinned. I do apologize that if you felt in any way disrespected. I don't want anybody. And the same thing for you, Mr. Constance Energy. When y'all have y'all's kerfuffles and whatnot, I didn't think y'all had any kerfuffles. Like, I didn't think y'all had no problems, So one thing I would not like to do to anybody is blindside them with anybody that don't like each other, right? So if I know for a fact two people have a beef, I'm gonna ask the other person if they want you up, if they were up here first, because that's out of respect, right? If they don't want the person up there, the person would have to wait in the back until they're done speaking, and then I'll bring said person up, because I want everybody, when they come over here, to feel like this is a safe space. You're respected. Your opinion matters, right? Because everybody's got their own opinions. Everybody's got their own mind. Some people are not going to like Mr. C. Some people are not going to like Miss Q. Some people are not going to like me, and I believe everyone should have their opinion. That's just like, if you got an opinion about me and you want to speak it, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mad about it. Hey, sunshine, beautiful. Oh, go ahead, Mr. Beasley. Let me go ahead and put I know it's you, so I ain't got to put my banner up. Hey, Mr. Beasley, I'm sorry if you felt disrespected. I was not, I was just trying to make everybody talk.
It ain't your fault. I don't know what it's these insecure dudes. No, I can't chit chat with you. I don't even know who this client is. I really don't. But insignificant. No, we made a little clip, and for some reason I'm not getting any traffic at all. I'm not getting, not like it used to be easy to get 500,000 views, 1,500 views. They got me off in somewhere in deep dark Africa, no pun intended, as far as my channel getting any recognition. But it's in my community tab. It's only 56 seconds. You want to laugh?
Yes, Mr. Beasley.
Or we want to be angry and mean?
I'm not angry.
I know you're not, either am I. Neither am I. I'm in a good mood. I said a prayer today, early this morning, the Lord's Prayer, around 5:30 this morning on YouTube camera show. And that Shakim the Yag jumped up and cussed me out. And he said that I'm downtrodden and lonely, downtrodden and low life, and of little means. And he says that no, he don't need a prayer for someone like that. Now, hey, correct me if I got it wrong. Isn't that who Jesus came for? To uplift the lowly, the downtrodden, the lepers, the people that were stricken by poverty. Isn't that what Jesus did? He spoke truth to power and chased the money changers out of the temple so that it could be inhabited by the people and not by the people trying to make a profit or turning a profit. You know, these people that profess any type of spirituality, and when they speak it in terms of Jesus, they certainly get it all wrong, because I know I was taught right. Jesus came here for the lowest of the low, from the people on the bottom of the barrel.
Mary Magdalene, and so
She was
much
one of
more.
them. She was one of them, a prostitute. Right. That was his one of his main disciples.
Yeah, he went for the downtrodden, the people who needed him more, because you're supposed to pray more for the sinner than you are the saint. The saint don't
Hello.
need you.
No, right. And there's very few saints around. But you can, if you can grab the video and put it up, it's really funny. And have a break
I
from
already
all
have
this.
it pulled up, but I don't know if from my laptop it's going to show, because I just did that thing. You click on. Sometimes what do you call that?
It doesn't. It's not.
It
It's.
does
I'll
that
tell you.
line thing for me.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what it is. It's a video of Tangerine and Shakim the Yag wrestling with music
Oh,
over it.
I will
Yeah.
put it on here though. I will drop the link to it for you so other people can
Okay.
go see it.
All right.
Because I don't know if the music might copyright me or something like
Oh,
that.
the music might, because the music is what makes it, which makes it funny.
So
It's the song,
I dropped the link so people could go see it and make their own
because
decisions.
the music is "I Gotcha." That's an old song before your time, but it was a #1 song by Joe Tex, and he's talking about this girl, you know, that she promised him that when she quit her boyfriend, he'd be the next one. He'd be the next one in line. So he's like, "I gotcha. Give it on up. I gotcha. You never should have promised to give it here. Come on. Boom, 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 boom." I just thought it was funny.
I know that you love to pick at people. It's so hilarious. Like and I love that about you. Like when you got something to say, no matter what, you're gonna say it. And if whether people like it or they don't like it, it don't matter to you. Because you be up there on
Oh,
lemons and you be up there on YouTube cameras and you be, talking about lemon to his face and he just sitting there just talking about, yeah, me and Beasley know what it is.
yeah, but he don't feel that way no more. He blocked me from his channel.
Ooh, he blocked you.
Yeah, he bossed up on me one too many times. So I said some mean things to him in the back chat, and he flipped out. Ah! Then he screams and hollers. He's a piece of work. He's a piece of work. It's sad, but the type of emotional state that he's in, he's the type that would kill himself live. He's that upset. He literally did a show where he was whining and crying and whimpering for like 6 or 7 hours.
I like women myself, but you know me, Mr. Beasley. I like everybody, and not everybody like you're entitled to how you feel about him, just like I am, and just like
I don't,
everybody
I
else
don't,
is.
I don't, I don't, I don't judge people about who they like. There's some parts about him that's likable. He's just been very, very. He's just been. A lot of people they've maybe have heard of me or heard something about me, so they come at me real hard. I understand that, and they just decide that they're gonna try to rough up on me before I rough up on them, and it's really not the case. People can like who they like.
The way I feel about it, until you do something to me personally, I'm not going to
Yeah,
judge you based on what has happened with you and other people, right?
that should be your policy. That's my policy. The only problem is that everyone's always doing something to me. I'm really a victim here, and
Mr.
you're
Beasley
and
said,
you're
y'all, he the victim, sisters. He ain't did nothing.
all I'm doing is responding to people. That's all I really do is respond to people, and they get upset and stay upset, and that's okay. Well, at any rate, um, hope you're having a good day. It's Friday. Happy. Got football tomorrow. Got Are you down there? You down there? So are you an Ole Miss fan or Mississippi State?
Mississippi State. My daddy's a Bulldog fan, and you got the
Okay.
Ole Miss, and they do the dog bells, the ringing of the bells for the Bulldogs, and for the Ole Miss they got they little thing, and they
Yeah, I know it's a
everybody
big deal.
forgets we also have Southern Miss, but nobody ever thinks about that. Everybody's either Bulldog or Ole Miss.
Yeah, like Alabama, everybody's either Auburn or Alabama, and that's one thing I do like about the South is that they really keep the football tradition in the SEC. So I don't like the SEC more, but you got to respect them for putting together good football teams. And my team lost a squeaker. I'm the USC Trojans, and we lost a squeaker against Michigan that we could have won. And I'd like to see us win it, but we play Wisconsin in Wisconsin in the Big Ten, so that's a whole new switch for us. And I'm a big college football fan, and then again, I like the Raiders, and I'm a team from California's women. I'm going to root for them, whether it be the 49ers or even I'm a Raider fan though, regardless. And real good. Maybe one day you got such a decent personality, we could find a topic and do something topic driven because I'm certain there's way more to my
Repertoire.
repertoire than just
Gee,
arguing with
we
people.
thought the same word.
Yeah, there's way more. There's way more to me than just arguing. I'm talking about anything. Like the Menendez story. Yeah, it's a fascinating story, and they're really trying to get out. Do you know that Lyle? I think he's been married. They get wedding proposals all the time. And hold on,
Yes, I heard that.
I don't know if Lyle's still married, but he was married to a baddie. He's married to a blonde Playboy bunny type.
That kills me how women actually go for men in prison that they know possibly are never getting out, and how they marry them, and they fall in love, like even the ones who follow the serial illers, right? Because we have to watch our language on YouTube for certain words, and like it kills me how they fall in love with
Hold
these
on. You mean hold on? You mean it ills you?
yeah, eels. Yeah, it eels me. Sorry. Thank you, Mr. Beasley. You even helped me. Woo! I
You
had to
you
watch
correct
myself too.
you corrected yourself and set the record, and it went right and broke it.
I know, right? Oh, also, I got some breaking news. Miss Maggie
Oh,
Smith, that played
oh,
the Harry Potter, Miss McGonagall, Professor McGonagall, she passed away this morning.
oh.
She
Well,
also was in Downtown Abbey and quite a few other things. She was
okay,
89 years old.
big time actress. May she rest in peace.
Yep, Miss Maggie Smith. Rest in peace, Miss Maggie Smith. For those that don't know, because some of us, like for me, I was like only that was high school for me was Harry Potter, right? So it was huge when I was in high school, and we all loved Professor McGonagall. Thought she was the best, so I had to make sure I put that out there that she's not here longer with us. You know, some people love her for Downtown Abbey and different things. So, you know, yeah, got to pray for her. But yeah, on the Mendez case, get off the sadness. The Mendez case, I think it is like it's crazy how, you know, the women go after these men in prison and fall in love with them, and I'm like, but you know, they're never getting out. Do you like the fact that? Do you like the fact
They
that they're never
they
getting out?
they may get out. You know, this what you brought up. You know, just because I don't believe it to necessarily to be true, doesn't mean they can't convince a judge or someone to. And they've done 30 years. You know, they've done 30 years. They do let murderers out of prison.
That is true.
They do let murderers out of prison every day. They let murderers out of prison. So, I mean, it's a possibility.
It,
It's a possibility. I know another fun fact. Want to know another fun fact?
what's another fun fact?
Lyle's got a bald head. He wears a toupee.
Yes, he was wearing that toupee. I was like, how did? And he was so young too when that happened. Like
Yeah.
young. I'm like, I've not seen that happen that young unless it was, you know, medical reasons or you know, something like that. So I'm like, what? Hey, Queen Sanity. Good
Yeah,
morning, Boo.
that's true there too. That he has I follow this case closely, and when you lived in Los Angeles, this was in the news. It was on the news every day, and there'd be newspaper articles, and the newspaper articles were pretty comprehensive. You know, they named the company and everything that Jose was head of, and it's
Oh,
Menendez.
well, you know how country I am.
I know, but sorry, that doesn't mean that you can't, you know, you know,
Well,
be
yeah, I love
corrected
when
on it,
people
right?
correct me because, like,
It's
sometimes the way it
Menendez.
sounds, Menendez. Did I say it right that
Yeah,
time?
yeah, you
Okay.
did. But you're right down there by Mexico. You should kind of get when it's all right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
I'm
matter.
so country that sometimes when I say certain words, like Menendez, I don't know why I just did that again, but it just comes out that way. Like it's the
How,
pronunciation of
how,
my
how country
yes.
are you?
Like I'm Mississippi backwoods country.
So how many people in your city, in your town?
Well, now the city that I live in now, I'm not exactly sure on our population, but it's a I would say like a small but big town at the same time, and they're steadily like we're actually getting a Target, which I'm so excited about because we got everything but that. Um, I know that sounds
Target.
weird.
Oh, you got a McDonald's?
Yeah, we got like 4, 5, 6 of those. We got
Oh,
every
you're in a big city. You're in a big city.
yeah,
Then
yeah.
you're in
It's
a big
not
city.
little now. Where I'm living at now, I'm living like outside of the city in the backwoods. But
Uh,
now where I'm originally from, there's a place that literally your next door neighbor's like 4 or 5 miles down the road. And I lived in the city for part of my life. And then, you know, I've talked about this before. And then I lived in the other part of my life. I've lived in the backwoods so back far that you'd have to run 2 to 3 miles down the road to catch a
do you
neighbor.
get you get high speed internet way out in the backwoods now?
I do now. We have 1 megabyte, 1 gigabyte per second or per minute of high speed fiber. But now, back in the day, and you can ask VS this, back in the day, and everybody knew it in the group, I had the worst internet. I think that's what saved my life. I'm gonna tell you, and I didn't do nothing stupid because I had satellite internet back then, and
That
it
shit's expensive though.
yes, it is very expensive. But if the wind blows the wrong way, you ain't getting no service.
Oh, there goes the internet.
Yeah,
So
if the
you said
clouds get too thick, there goes your internet.
you used to live in the city, in the big city.
I've lived in a little bit of everything. Like I've lived in the city, I've lived in the country, I've lived in the hood, I've lived in the suburbs. Like I've been a little bit of everywhere, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
okay. You know, it makes sense. You know that reminds me of a song. Can I sing a song before I part?
Yes, you may.
Okay. This is dedicated to ghetto intellect, and the song goes like this: Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. Wanna understand the same, don't understand the same. The big wheels keep on turning. Proud Mary keeps on burning. Rolling, 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 rolling on the river. I'm so silly. Do, 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 do.
Do,
Just
do,
shout out
do,
to,
do.
we
I
just
love
did
that
that.
song.
Oh, that Ghetto Intellect loves it too. You ever see his routine? Of course, yeah.
I don't think I haven't, but I love that song
Oh,
because
whoa, 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 whoa.
is that video that was rolling around of Ghetto of him doing the dancing thing to it?
With the dress on and the high heels
Yeah,
and the
I seen
fishnets,
that.
yeah. Okay,
I
then
forgot
all
who
right,
played
okay.
it, but I seen it. I seen it. Yeah, I love that song because I really, really love Tina
Tina
Turner.
Turner. That's
Yes.
right. Very good. Well, it's nice to talk to you again, and we'll catch you next time you come live. And I'm sorry for the disturbance. It's just going to come with the net territory. These people
I
start
get it.
with me.
Trust me. You know,
They start with me
I
before.
cannot tell you how to fight.
No, I don't want to fight. I didn't want to fight. I didn't want to know the dude. He just wanted to say that I'm a. Oh, he don't know me. He don't know me. I'll talk with you later.
All right, bye, Mr. Beasley. You have a good
Bye bye.
afternoon and
You
day.
too.
Bye. Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. And I never saw the good side of it. I love that song, y'all. I love big wheels keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning, and we rolling, 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 rolling on the river. I love that song. I absolutely love that song. I love Tina Turner. She my shero, y'all. She is my shero. Okay. And I'm so sad that she's not with us no more. But I did want to tell everybody about Miss Maggie Smith because she has been an actress for a very long time. Just like, when I covered the beautiful Sangas and all these other people, I just heard about it. So I was like, you know what? We got to bring this up. She's been around for a very long time. What I know her mostly for is the Harry Potter series. And I loved Harry Potter when I was young. I did. I truly loved that show. But I want to thank everybody for coming out. And I'm going to go over here and sit. We're going to see who's live. We're going to see who's live today. And see what's going on the street so I can tell y'all. Now, KRN, I think he was live earlier. Mr. Grown Folks TV, Mr. ZX is live. Miss Pizarro is live right now. Miss Sheffy is live right now. So we got a bunch of lives going at once. Miss Paulette, that's what it's saying. Let me make sure I'm right. Let me make sure I repeat this one more time so that we can make sure that everybody knows who's live. You can choose to go where you choose. It's showing King Roman is still live. It's showing Sheffy is live. Oh, Mr. ZX must went off or something. I'm not sure. Or it may have been because it wasn't, when you refresh, sometimes it'll show people are live when they're not. Mr. Donald Goings is live. If you like him from the Mo3 sector, Truth Enterprise is live right now. We got Big Super, which is Jackie from the Mo3 sector. Miss Treesus is live from the T sector. I like Treesus. She's got one of those attitudes that she gonna tell you like it is. The Good Putty Cat. Skull Mysterious is live right now. I think that, we should all pop over there to Miss Sheffy. I hope she doesn't mind me sharing. She's an amazing person. I enjoy her. She makes me laugh when she cuts up, and even if she reads me to filth, I still laugh. Also, Mr. King Roman News is live. And he's got about 700 up in there. He doing his thing, thizzle. And even if he is throwing shots at me or whatever, what he don't realize is I did, I enjoy all content. So do with that as you will. I'm still going to promote you whether you hate me or not, just because that's the type of person I am. I'm not a hater. I'm not hating on you, and I'm not doing that. So do what you want, say what you want, come at me as you will, sir. It does dishearten me that I I feel as if I'm unwelcome. Oh, he apologized. Thank you, Mr. KRN. I just want to say that to Mr. KRN. Thank you for that, because I really enjoy your content, and I hope that I'm welcome over there. I have no hard feelings towards you myself. So that is thank you, Miss Annie, for telling me. Because I don't have that harm in my body. So I'm gonna drop both. I was already gonna do this. I'm gonna drop Sheffy's link first. So those who want to go over there, and then I'm gonna drop Mr. KRN's, and I'm gonna check, make sure ain't nobody else in the beef sector live, because I love other people. You know what I'm saying? But beef sector is my home. You know, and so I'm going to tell you the other people who are live. Now, Truth Enterprise is also live, so I need to open up her live. I'm going to give y'all the options to go where you please. If you want to see KRN, you can. If you want to see Miss Sheffy, you can. If you want to see Miss Truth Enterprise, you can. So this is what I'm doing right now. I'm going to start with Miss Sheffy because she just happens to be the first tab. You know how that does with these tabs when you open things. So I'm going to start with Miss Sheffy's live. This is her live link. Then I'm going to start with Mr. King Romans because he was next on my list. And I'm going to share his live. I'm going to go ahead and pop that down there. And then I'm going to share with Miss Truth Enterprise. So if you want to go to any of these, hey, Lady Smooth, any of these chats, you may. I don't want anybody left out in the beef sector, because, and I love from other places too. Like if y'all love Good Putty Cat, she's also very amazing. She gives a lot of it. And so I'm trying to make sure that everybody that's live, I'm popping your live links down there. I'm giving the audience the option. Y'all are the ones who make us or break us. I want to thank you all for all your beautiful, kind words this morning. Everybody who hit the panel. I want to give the audience their opportunity to go where they so choose to, because, I just want to thank you all. Let me make sure that we make sure that nobody else is live at this point. And I'm just trying to make sure, I don't want to miss anybody if they're live, because that's rude and that's not me. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to play the outro. I want everybody to have a beautiful, blessed day. If you have any topics you would like to bring up for us to talk about, or any cases for true crime, anything, I can do the research and we can talk about it in the AM. We're going to go see what happens on these streets. I'm going to try to keep my ear to the streets to find out what's going on. And, I hope everybody has a blessed day. Miss Wise Eyes, it's always love, baby. Miss Q, it's always love. James, Annie, all y'all. Thank y'all so much for always showing my beauty, popping up, popping in, telling me how this, I do know that sometimes I'm going to get got. It is what it is. I'm okay with that, right? I know how to handle myself if I have to. I just don't want to, if that makes sense. Now, if you push me, then I'm like that song. Push me, I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. I'm a little crazy. But y'all have a blessed day. I did post all the live links for the people in the beef sector that are live at this moment. And so we're going to play our little songy song and get on out here and go see what's on these streets. Y'all have a good day. To the replay gang, thank you. Please like, share, subscribe. And, if you're wanting to, you can, do whatever. I love everybody. I hope everybody have a good day. I'm just trying to be my positive little crazy self. Bye.
I'm from the TUBELO. I'm repping my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUBELO. E-L-O. I'm ripping my hood to the day that I go. From the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm ripping my hood, so love I'm gon' show. From the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm ripping my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction, this with the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding, come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Adder Street.
I'm from the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm ripping my hood, so love I'm gon' show. From the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm ripping my hood to the day that I go. From the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm ripping my hood, so love I'm gon' show. From the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm ripping my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction, this with the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding, come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Adder Street.